Time is not slow. You are just careless with it. Every day you wake up thinking there is more time later. Later to focus, later to start, later to fix things. That belief is the reason your life feels stuck. You don't feel behind because you lack talent. You feel behind because you treat time like it renews. It doesn't. You scroll. You switch tabs. You plan things you never execute. Your days end quietly, without progress. Then you sleep, telling yourself tomorrow will be different. It rarely is. You are not lazy in the way you think. You move all day. Your mind is busy, but none of that movement creates leverage. It just burns hours. You wake up tired, even after rest, not because you worked hard, because you did nothing that mattered. Mental exhaustion comes from wasted effort.
Your phone is always near. Your attention is always split. Your goals exist only as thoughts, thoughts you revisit when regret gets loud. At night, you replay the same pattern. You remember what you could have done. You feel the pressure building. Then you numb it. Another video, another scroll, another excuse disguised as recovery. You don't hate work. You hate facing the truth you avoided it. You tell yourself you need motivation. You tell yourself you're waiting for clarity. You tell yourself life is confusing right now. It's not. It's very simple. You are wasting time because it feels free. Time only feels expensive when it's almost gone. Until then, the mind treats it like air. This is the harsh part. No one warned you properly. You were taught to respect money. You were taught to respect opinions. You were taught to respect comfort. You were never taught to respect time. So you spend it without thought. You think short breaks are harmless. You think one distracted day doesn't matter. You think you'll lock in later. Later is a lie people tell themselves to feel safe. The truth is simple. Your life is the sum of how you spend random hours. Not big moments, not big decisions. Random hours. The ones you don't track, the ones you excuse, the ones you forget. That is where your future is decided. Here is the reality most men avoid. You are not overwhelmed. You are undisciplined. Overwhelm happens when effort meets resistance. What you feel is friction from switching directions. Your mind is tired because it never finishes anything.
You jump from task to task, thought to thought, stimulus to stimulus. Completion is rare. Focus is shallow, so nothing sticks. You blame motivation. You blame energy. You blame the world being distracting. None of that matters. Discipline is not about pushing harder. It's about removing choice. Your brain does not want progress. It wants comfort and certainty. Comfort now feels better than progress later. So unless you force structure, you lose every time. The men who win are not special. They simply stop negotiating with their feelings. They don't ask if they feel like it. They don't wait for alignment. They don't debate with fatigue. They follow rules. Rules create freedom. Lack of rules creates noise. Right now, your life is noisy. Too many inputs, too many options, too many exits. That is why you feel scattered. The mind does not focus by willpower. It focuses by environment. If distraction is near, it will take it. If comfort is easy, it will choose it. You don't rise to motivation. You fall to systems. So if your system is weak, your life is weak. This is where most men misunderstand discipline. They think it's intensity. They think it's aggression. They think it's forcing productivity. It's not. Discipline is boring, predictable, repetitive. That's why it works. Your mind learns through repetition, not inspiration. If you repeat distraction, you become distracted. If you repeat focus, you become focused. No exception. The system is simple, but uncomfortable. You decide in advance how your day works, not in the moment, not based on mood. Advanced decisions remove weakness. You wake up at the same time, not because it feels good, because it removes negotiation. You start work before consuming anything. No phone, no noise, no dopamine. You earn stimulation after effort, not before. Your work block is fixed, same time, same place. The mind adapts to patterns fast. Chaos keeps it restless. You reduce your world. Fewer apps, fewer tabs, fewer commitments. Focus requires subtraction. You don't chase perfect productivity. You chase consistency. One controlled day beats 10 motivated plans. Most men fail because they want dramatic change. Real change is quiet. No one notices discipline forming until results appear. At first, it feels empty, boring, lonely. That is the cost of control. You are not meant to feel entertained while building a life. Entertainment is the reward for those who already built one. Here is the identity shift you must accept. There are average men and there are disciplined men. Average men react. Disciplined men decide. Average men ask how they feel. Disciplined men follow structure. Average men waste time because it feels harmless. Disciplined men guard time because they understand cost. Comfort creates weakness. Control creates strength. No one becomes strong by accident. You don't drift into discipline. You choose it daily. And the choice is never dramatic. It's quiet, private, unseen. That's why most quit. They want recognition. They want proof too early. Discipline gives neither at first, only pressure. But pressure shapes identity. After enough repetition, something shifts. Focus becomes natural. Distraction feels irritating. You stop wasting time not because you try harder, but because it no longer fits who you are. That is real change. Now hear this clearly. If you continue living like time is infinite, nothing catastrophic will happen quickly. That's the danger. Your life will decay slowly. You'll still function. You'll still survive. You'll still explain why things didn't work out. Years will pass quietly. One day, you'll realize you ran out of time to become who you thought you'd be. Not because life was unfair, because you were careless. This is not motivation, it's a warning. Time does not forgive misuse. Every distracted day is a vote for a smaller future. You are casting those votes right now. Choose carefully.